beautiful stretch of the Clyde. On the way to Edinburgh. Very busy Edinburgh suburb of Stockbridge, just half a mile from the city centre, and it hides a remarkable urban fly fishing secret. And that is Water of Leith, this beautiful little urban stream that weaves its way through these city streets. Morning. Good morning. Lovely day up in Edinburgh, and I'm on the Water of Leith, this little jewel of an urban waterway. I've got my free permit and I'm going to have an hour or two while my wife does some shopping in the little posh suburb of Stockbridge. And have a look at these waders I've got. So yeah, we're going all natural. It's a little bit impractical to walk all the way down in waders, really, unless you want to take out a second mortgage for parking in the city. You need to park outside. We're near the Royal Botanical Gardens. It's about maybe best part of a mile walk down the hill, so I didn't want too much weight with me. I didn't really want to walk down the all the way down the road in studded waders, so that's the plan. Due to be a hot day, cool at the moment. The haar's just lifted. The haar's is the cold mist that you often get. It's a feature of the east coast of Scotland, so a lot of fine mornings you get this cold mist off the sea, which can linger to maybe 11 AM. Anyway, I'm going to make a start before it gets too hot. I have not much fly about, so I'm going to try this little lightweight nymph on some of these pools. See if I can avoid spooking the fish. Otherwise I could deliver a cast. It's coming up. Try it from in the river there. This is a bit of a departure from the usual breathtaking Highland scenery that I try to incorporate on my Scottish visits, but we're in Edinburgh this time. Quite a surprisingly urban setting, and fishing on two rivers which I was inspired to fish on after watching a well-known gentleman who's quite famous for his tattoos and the high quality of brown trout he catches in the Almond. Water of Leith is free fishing, but you need a permit from the council, which you get in advance. Just download it, but it's free, so can't really complain. The Almond is controlled by local angling clubs. There's day tickets available from the post office at Barnton for the Cramond Angling Club, which is the one I went on. Basically, it's just the nearest bit to where I was staying, and it's a very scenic bit of river as well. Well, that's perhaps about as good as it gets today on a day like this, so I'm thankful for the one pull.
Now these aren't the only options locally. There's the Avon a bit to the west and the Esk on the other side of the city, which both have runs of sea trout and plenty of brown trout, I believe. And there's a lot of moorland reservoirs with stock rainbow trout to the south of the city in the Pentland Hills. And another interesting option is the Firth of Forth Sea Trout Coastal Permit, which is only available for the season, but it's not very expensive.
Well, finally I make it to the River Almond near Edinburgh. This is the first night of our stay, and I've got about 3/4 of an hour daylight left. I'm hoping to have a quick crafty cast or two with the dry fly for a brownie or two on this lovely little glide here, and then below the falls down there, as the tide backs off, I'm going to try sea trout fly. There's a few sea trout about apparently. This is the tackle I'm using. It's a 4-weight setup with a floating line, and I've not decided which dry fly to try yet. Maybe an emerger pattern. Seen a couple of fish rise already, and then that's the sea trout setup with a stork's tail on and a bushy farmer dropper, Zulu. There we go. And that's going to come into play around about dark. I might have a cast with the sea trout fly on this fast water first, just here below me. Okay. And there's our first almond fish on. Not sure what it is yet, we're right on the point of dusk. And get the head torch on. It's either a small sea trout or a brownie, and I think it's looking. Yeah, it's a finnock, a small sea trout. There we go. Well, little beauty, look at that. Only about half a pound, maybe 10 ounces, but he's taking the drop of that black fly. Superb. That has absolutely made my night. Back you go, fella. And away he's off. Looking for more trouble. That is Water Island. Extreme low tide at the moment. Well, that's the channel of the River Almond leading out into the Firth of Forth. A lot of swans around. And this is the Falls Pool, which really does look like something. Quite an impressive bit of water, this. One or two gooseanders around, which indicates obviously a presence of fish. Between the two Forth bridges, quite a bonny little spot. Good place to spend maybe an hour. Very fast run. Oops. Thought it was a good fish, I think it's just the very fast current, but nothing on the scrub. Another nice sea trout. Well, small sea trout, but I think about possibly the same size as the one last night. I don't know, difficult to say. But beautiful fish. Back you go, fella. Well, that's the end of me bit of a break in Edinburgh and the end of the River Almond, certainly for this year for me, but I'm considering a membership because it's only 28 quid a year for 65 plus, which is incredible. I paid a fiver a day, the full adult rate is £10 a day, which is pretty good really, and I don't love the river at all. I still managed to fluke a few small sea trout, so it'd be good to come back maybe earlier in the summer when the bigger sea trout are running. Could provide some explosive sport. Sorry, I have to talk over the noise of the planes there. We're quite close to the airport, so see you again soon. All the best.
Remember to take a wading staff because it's very, very rocky. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and share. Take care now.